Welcome, welcome. I appreciate you being here for this lovely post Boxing Day morning. And as we just click over actually into the afternoon, we're here to see whether Leek Town can finally get promoted. Unfortunately, I do have to tell you, it will be through the playoffs if we're going to do it, because we have been left miles behind by Blythe Spartans, who have been running away with the league. And it's a bit frustrating. Would like to have gone up automatically, but they were just way too good. They never dropped points at any point. And then we played them off stream and got beat by them. So if I show you where we left it last time, I'm trying to remember now. We beat them, didn't we? So yeah, I think this is where we left it. So I've played Bamber Bridge since then. Very excited, 0-0. Literally no highlights for the whole game. So not something that went very well, if I'm honest. Then we, like I say, played Blythe Spartans. It looks closer than it was. They scored again, we scored again, and then they finished. But they were much better than us. And yeah, I hoped we could at least get a draw out of that, keep us in the hunt. But that win just really made it too difficult for us. I think we were about 10 points behind by the time we'd lost that game. Apologise if you can hear my dog playing with a squeaky toy in the background, but he's going to be doing that all through the stream. It's going to get annoying. Yeah, then Alex Hurst got us a couple of goals in a 2-0 win against Hyde United. A brilliant performance from Big Tell and Alex Hurst again in the Stockbridge game. We went behind straight after half time, and then we turned on the style, really. Once we went behind, it was like they'd poked a bear or something. And so Big Tell is actually heading for a record number of goals for the club, which is quite surprising since he's only 17, I think he's turned 18 now. Sending off against Truro City in the Cup quarter-final. Yeah, you heard it, the quarter-final of the FA Trophy. And we hammered Truro. No, that wasn't the quarterfinal, was it? Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah. So the quarterfinal, Big Tell with a goal and Akarakiri with 2. 3-0, but it was all after their goal. We were quite defensive until that point where he got sent off. Then we went attacking and took control of the game. Matlock Town was a good victory again. We were in control of that game. Nice couple more goals for Big Tell. Another goal for Big Tell and Connor Heath, but we lost to Workshop, and it was a deserved loss as well. We then got another goal for Big Tell. He's really been packing in these goals, hasn't he? 1-0 against Bradford Park Avenue. Obviously an important win, that, because that's one of the teams that will be pressing for the playoff places. Hopefully, if we do have a playoff, we play them, because we've beat them 3 times already recently. So Gainsborough, Trinity beat us and beat us bad. And Big Tell again getting a goal, but the 2 goals that they scored, they had about 16 shots before we had our first shot. It was pathetic how we played in that match. And so that leaves us with 4 games to survive the league. But before that, we've got it's going to be a difficult game against Hartlepool United in the semi-final of the FA Trophy. But I thought I had to bring you back for the FA Trophy semi-final, because it's going to be the biggest game that we'll play in this series in the short term. So if we look at the team, I don't know where they are now. They were top of the National League. But if I can find somewhere where it'll let me click on the National League. So they're not top anymore. They've dropped down, actually, quite significantly since I checked on them. They were joint top with Macclesfield. So the two of them were joint top, and now they're way down, which is interesting, isn't it? They've fallen off quite badly. But I looked at that when we won the Truro game. So in the last month, they've obviously had a real dip in form. So you can see there 2 defeats and a draw. If we look on the actual fixture list, they've only won 1 game in the last 4. Before that, they were looking pretty good, weren't they? So they've played Macclesfield and lost to Macclesfield, and somehow they're still ahead of Macclesfield. So what have Macclesfield done for the rest of the month? Oh, I don't quite know how that works out. Oh, the draw there must have something to do with it. Because the two teams were on exactly the same points when I looked. Anyway, let's go to the our league table is where we probably want to go now, isn't it? So if we clicked on the FA trophy of all the games to click on, clicked on the one that was a trophy game. So yep, so there we are, second place and sitting pretty in second. I think there's 4 games left now, so that's 12 points. And we are 11 points clear of Gainsborough in 6th. They have got a game in hand, admittedly. We're 9 points clear of Worksop. So I would say 1 more win would guarantee us playoff place. And 4 games to do it in. But we're not going to worry about that. We've got this semi-final against a much bigger, much better team. But we're going to enjoy it, whatever, because, what else can you do when you're an underdog in a semi-final? We're going to enjoy it. We've got a report, as we get nearly every week, on Big Tell. I think they really rate him because he gets these reports all the time. And he's finally going up to 2.5 star. I'm trying to work on his work rate, but we're getting a bit of a lift there now. I've got him being mentored and everything just to see if we can get something that will bump up his work rate. His determination's 10. We've got him being mentored by somebody who has a better attitude, fairly professional, as opposed to balanced, and hopefully he will begin to improve on that. But off the ball and stuff like that all seems to be coming up quite nicely. And generally everything is going on the up there, isn't it? So I would say that we can look at his progress now and we can see some quite significant climbs. That must be his jumping reach for sure, yeah. Because that is his highest attribute. But he's turning into a very, very useful player. The thing is, if we get promoted, would it be too much? We've actually, one bit of news that we needed to tell you. I did warn you that it could come, but Porter has been stolen away from us. Our vice captain has gone, and we've also loaned out. Who've we loaned out? Andrews. We've loaned out Andrews as well, so he's gone. We've actually bought a player as well, but this was through emergency. So Dallimore managed to get himself injured. So he's back now, but he's been injured for about 6 weeks. We had to put Big Tell in goal. And guess what? That was against Truro, actually, when we were expected to lose anyway. Was it Truro? We had to put Big Tell in goal anyway. That's what I was telling you. And when Big Tell went in goal, he kept a clean sheet for those, and it was about half an hour he was in for. And yeah, so put somebody 6'8" in your goal if you ever need to put an emergency keeper in. That's the way to do it. Why has Shenton got a different coloured top to everybody else? I don't know. But obviously we've got our main keeper, who is in the under-21s, already out. And we had to just get somebody in an emergency. So I released Curl, who was one of the right-backs who featured early in the season when we were still trying to sign players. but hadn't played since. That just freed us enough wages to be able to offer a contract to someone. But we got Barrett in, who's a very good keeper. He's better than Hall, who is out for several months. And 6'4", good aerial reach. He is a lot better, but he's still been conceding a few goals. He's conceding more than one a game, so I'm a bit disappointed with that. He's a little bit older and hopefully a little bit wiser, so hopefully he'll come good as he learns to fit into the team. And obviously we lost Porter. So if I go to the transfers, I'll show you where he's gone. So recruitment, transfer history. We didn't want to lose him at all. He's just another one who's gone. He's been a wonderful servant for the club. If we look at his time at Leek Town over the 4 seasons that he's been here, he's played nearly all the games, really. Been an amazing servant to the club. He was a penalty taker and vice captain. Everything you could have asked for, he was important to us. But when you can't get people on a contract, you're going to lose them like this. Woking came in and signed him and has left us sort of scratching around a little bit in the midfield. I've promoted one of our youngsters into the squad as well. His name's easy to remember because it's the same as the team. But Leek was doing really well. 20 goals in 24 appearances in non-competitive in the youth matches. So I've decided to give him a bit of a run in the side. He won't be playing today. But, yeah, he's just been given that opportunity. So Onyeka, well, he might come off the bench. We'll have him on the bench. Brune's not playing today for some reason. Doesn't always make it clear why somebody's in the red. Don't think he's injured. So we want Leach on the right back. Left back is sorted. And, yep, there we go. That's our team to play the team who are up near the top of the, what's it called? The Conference League. It's called something else now, but I can't think what it is. National League, that was it. Getting confused then as to what it was called. So I think the target now for the rest of the season is to get Big Telling to 20 goals plus for the league. He's over 20 goals now, but some of them goals have been scored in the cup. That's really my only target. I'm not holding out much confidence for the playoffs. I think we know the script, don't we? You do well in the playoffs and you go to the final or whatever and still get beat. We have been the dominant team all season, but we have really sort of died off in terms of our form. We've got a bit more defensive just to see if we can hold Hartlepool at least till half-time. It'll either work or it won't. Everything we try is 50-50 in this kind of situation. The Jaybird. Oh, there you go. So they've scored. We're going very attacking. We do the opposite. Whatever fails, we go the opposite. I mean, it was a good run and a good ball, but we're supposed to be on a low line of defence. Let's try and encourage him. It is at the end of the day a game we were not expected to do anything in. So it's like a free hit, really. Onyeka. He's only got one player in the box at the moment, but he's the biggest player on the pitch. And that's yeah, as Heath comes in at the far post and brings us the equaliser. We'll go to positive and just try and keep attacking, but be a little bit more mindful of the fact that we are the underdog. Nice little finish from Heath. Again, another player who scored plenty of goals for us this season. We've spread the goals around nicely. We haven't got one player on 30, 40 goals, but there's a lot of players on around about 10 goals. So we're definitely not being overawed by this, are we? Look at the stats. We're a better team. Onyeka gives it back to Duerden. Davis plays a long ball forward. Let's come back to Davis. Where's he going this time? Shenton. Haywood on the overlap. He's got loads of space. Outside of the foot, it's crossed in. Connor Heath's got the goal again. And we're winning in the semi-final. It's the FA Trophy final at Wembley. Wembley, Wembley, we're the famous Leek Town and we're going to Wembley. I mean, it might not happen. There's loads of time left. We might have, like, poked the bear by going ahead. Big Tell. Where are you going with it, Big Tell? Gives it to Onyeka. And then he's off on his bike. Onyeka's done his man. Can he swing in the cross? He does. Oh, penalty ref. The counter-attack is on. And Bramall takes it down the wing. Good tackle from Leach. I mean, we are up for this. Oh, except for Tell. What have you done, mate? So back they come now. The long highlight. Right at the end of the half. Spoil the team talk. Good tackle. Heath brings it out. Just watching this time tick away here. There's a chance for this one opportunity for them. Haywood hoofs it to the side. Onyeka picks it up. A long ball forward. Big Tell is not in the right place for it. Onyeka charging forward down the wing. I don't know if he'll get time to create a chance. Campbell's ball was just a little bit too heavy. And that will be half time. I mean, we've been absolute sensational, haven't we? The problem is, I know what's coming in the second half. So we've encouraged them all, hopefully. We've got a nice screen. Everybody's enjoying their semi-final so far. But we have got to still be that little bit careful of the team that we are against. Jay Bird's gone for a long-range shot. The keeper made a save. To me, he probably could have caught that. But just watching how they're beginning to get themselves into it. Do we drop to balanced? Connor Heath brings the ball forward. Comes into Shenton. Plays it to Campbell. Big Tell. lays the ball off to Akarakiri. Leach sends the ball long. Campbell, can he square it? He's come out to Onyeka, who's crossed it to Big Sal, who's headed it, and it's been tipped wide by the keeper. Another goal would be nice, wouldn't it? Right, let's just have a quick pause and think. We've got Duerden's looking very tired. Oh, man. The pressure that is on these decisions here. Got to keep Duerden on for a little bit longer, I think. Because the guys that we're bringing on are young and inexperienced. So we managed to clear the corner from Hartlepool. Derbyshire swings it back in. The keeper comes. Didn't catch it. He probably should have done, but Akarakiri is away. And that's the end of the highlight. Thought we were going to hit them on the counter then. Right, so we're down to 10 minutes. Hurst is coming on. And Leach can come off for Clark Anderson. I just don't think I can take Duerden off, as tired as he might be. Smith is not the man to do it, or Butler for that matter. Maybe in the 88th, 89th minute if we're still winning. Which we might not be. This is a highlight for Hartlepool. Miley. Long ball forward. Jaybird wins the header. Oh, man. And me has just missed a sitter. An absolute sitter, right? So Campbell is coming off. If we don't hang on now, we are done. For Butler, because this is like desperate measures now. No, I don't want to take Duerden off. Undo. In possession. Go to there. Out of possession. Go to there. And Smith going on for Heath. So we've got a 5-3-2-2. I think what we could do is push Shed onto the wing. Oh no, I don't want to do that. I've changed my mind. Shenton can stay in front of those two there. I mean, what are we? 5 minutes plus injury time we've got to hang on here, so let's put it on to cautious as well. Like I say, if they score now, we've lost the game. It's simple as that. It's all or nothing on this last few minutes. Where are we? 30 seconds to go. We've done it. We're going to Wembley. Yes. And I mean, we deserved it as well. Look at that. We had twice as many shots as them and scored twice as many goals as them. So to me, that's only fair, isn't it? So Hartlepool thought they were good, but they couldn't handle the mighty Leek Town. Wow, that is just unbelievable. We are in the final, everybody. Very well done. I mean, the one thing to mention in that one was Big Tell wasn't very good. He gets nervous when you guys see him on the live streams. I think that's what it is. So that is a Sensational result. Can't believe that we've done it. We got 15 grand just for participating in that semi-final. We've got loads of money, so they better not complain about the wages. I've worked as hard as I can to get the wage bill close to being right. But we've got 105,000 in the bank now. We're going to Wembley. I'm sure it is at Wembley anyway. Does it say who we play? Doesn't tell you there. I mean, Blythe Spartans continue to win. I think they're pretty much promoted now. So while Dallimore was injured, he broke his wrist, but recovers quicker from his broken wrist than what Hall does from his broken arm. His manager was complaining that he was being played in the wrong position. He played more games than he was expected to, but he was moaning because he wasn't being played as a no-nonsense goalkeeper. Absolutely crazy. Akarakiri. So he's a player who we could end up losing if we don't get given some more wages soon. I mean, this cup run has really made our season, hasn't it? So the transfer window finally closes with 4 games left to go. I think we can manage 4 games. Well, technically, it's going to be at least 5 games, hopefully 6. And as long as we win the last 2, I'm not bothered about these other 4. And let's say that I have never seen our youth intake. Have we had it? No, we've not had it yet. So that must be coming anytime soon. We're nearly into April. Surely it's any day now. We're definitely not holding a team meeting because they always go very wrong. Very sad that a lot of our youngsters have not really progressed to the 4-5 star potential. And now we're likely to be letting them all go. But I imagine that's fairly realistic to things. We want to sign these 2, but there's nothing we can do at the moment because of the lack of wage manoeuvring. Same with these, we'll have to make it all very last minute when we know what we've got for the season. And obviously, it's going to be dependent on what league we're in as well. Because if we don't get promoted, we're actually going to be struggling to improve this team. So Bootle is our next game, and I would suggest that we should be winning this. Looking at the squad to see whether there's anybody who looks particularly tired or injured. I think we'll bring Hurst into the setup, maybe for Onyeka. Brooms can come back into defence. Davis will definitely be on the bench ahead of Smith. And I think that's our team, is it? We tried them two, swapped over. Akirakiri played as a centre mid. So we could do without any more players getting sold. So I think transfer window might have gone, actually. So we might now be safe for losing players. Get the big man highlighted, just so that we can see where he is, because he's hard to see on that pitch, isn't he? Now the first highlight of the day is a long ball from Maloney. Brooms wins the header. Gives it to Heath. Heath to Big Tell. Plays it out to Haywood and then gets on his bike. Big Tell is lurking and he's got the header over the keeper. The keeper looks tiny compared to him. And Big Tell gets yet another goal. That may well be his 20th league goal of the season. I didn't see it say it on the thing, but he must be getting very close now. Did you see how he literally walked through a player then? That defender must be a ghost. Duerden, Shenton, Hurst. Leech on the overlap. Hurst will pick it up. Can he swing in the cross? He does. Big Tell is waiting again. Watching the graphic at the bottom. Is that his 20th? It's not telling me one way or the other. But we're 15 minutes in and he's already on a hat-trick. Hi Liam, it's good to see you again. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you've had a great Christmas. So with the corner, Big Tell was lurking, looking for his hat-trick, and he could be there again. No, couldn't quite get through to the cross this time. Akirakiri swings it across and it comes back again. It's going from one side to the other. And finally, Connor Heath heads it home for 3-0. Yeah, I don't know how long you've been watching, Liam, but you may just have missed us getting to the FA Trophy Cup final. We're going to Wembley. We're in the 7th tier, but we're going to Wembley. So, proving quite an exciting end to the season. Unfortunately, it looks like we're going to have to go through the playoffs because the team at the top are running away with it. Blythe Spartans will be promoted, probably even today, regardless of what we do. We're sitting in 2nd place, but only one team goes up automatically. So for the 3rd season running, we're going to be in the playoffs, fighting it out. And we've already had heartbreak from that twice. But to be in the FA Trophy final is... to be in the FA Trophy final is quite amazing for such a small team. What's the save that you're thinking of making a database for? Just intrigued as to how many leagues you're putting in. Or more importantly, what are your saves going to be? So into the second half, we will probably be resting some of the bigger named players. Even though he's on a hat-trick, Big Tail could be one of the ones to come up. Was it yourself or just somebody random that you created? So I think if we bring Leek on for Eltel and Onyeka on for Heath, and Duerden can come off for Davis. Do we make one more, or do we just leave it at that for now? I think we leave it at that for now. Just need to guard against injuries. Yourself. Did you put yourself as the correct height, or did you get a player like Big Telly who's 6'8"? I mean, 6'8" at 15. I was hoping he'd go a bit bigger actually, but he doesn't seem to have grown any. I mean, it'd be quite interesting for you. But I've never really messed about with the databases, or at least not for many, many years anyway. But I imagine it's quite interesting to set it all up. And the closest I've done is creating my own club when you used to be able to do that on the previous games. So I don't think that Leek will be best as that. So we'll put him as I think a poach is probably the easiest role for a striker. All right, okay. And so I assume when you actually start managing the database, you will be West Ham. Going from that then. So no highlights, which I'm perfectly happy with. Absolutely no problem at all with this. So McCoy has played the ball in for them. Brooms hooks it clear. Onyeka wins the header and heads it on. Campbell loses out. He gets a little bit crowded out, to be fair. And the long ball forward. Davis doesn't get the clearance properly, and this should be a goal. Shimalo has pulled a goal back. 3-1. Beginning to wonder whether them substitutions were a mistake or not now. Always seems to be a goal to go in for that Barrett. He's not been very prolific in clean sheets for me. But we signed him as much out of desperation as anything else. A long ball forward. Hurst gives it to Campbell. Plays it out to Leach. Leach swings in the ball. Leek was lurking. And a shot from distance from Akarakiri. Very close. But there we go, 3-1. I suspect that will be enough now to see us into the playoffs guaranteed. So we'll just say it's a good win because first half was sensational. Second half, we made a lot of changes, admittedly, but we weren't as secure as we would have liked. The big man is getting a lot of accolades this season. He's got a couple of goals there, which absolutely brilliant. Hopefully, he will get the record for the most goals for the season for Leek. I know he was knocking on the door of it a while back, so he must be pretty close now. We've got the day we've been waiting for, although, to be honest, the report isn't very good. We've got the youth intake. So let's see what we've got. All right, excellent. How many seater will it have? I'm going to guess about 100,000. So let's have a look at this. They're only good. Oh dear. There's no excellent and no elite. I mean, he's all right in terms of the tackling and stuff like that, but it's his potential that's the worrying bit, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty amazing stadium when they build it. 100,000 sounds about right for where they're going. I think the stadium they've got now, as famous and iconic as it is, it's been falling apart for quite some time. So I don't think we're going to be siding any of these. He's got good teamwork and stuff. So his mentals are good. But his technicals aren't particularly great. I mean, we might have to sign some just to bolster our youth team. Because we have got a lot of those being released this season. But I'd imagine all of these ones here will not be taken on. Yeah, I seriously can't see any that I've been overly impressed with. Just this guy at the top with his tackling and technique. That is it. He's the only one that I'd say has got most of the attributes that he would need. And we're going to have to call him Shirley when he's on the ball as well. So he's not got a lot going for it, this youth intake. It's got to be said. So maybe we will be dependent this season on finding youngsters released from other teams. So that's going to require a lot of scouting and searching through teams that have amateur players. I think that's the way we're going to have to work this one. So we have Rochdale in the final. In terms of form, they're not in bad form, but they've only lost one of the last about 10 games. But there's a lot of draws in there as well. So, in terms of position in the league, where are they? They're not the top. There they are. They're around about a similar place to where Hartlepool, who we've just knocked out, are. So, there is a chance. The London Stadium is the worst stadium in England, in my opinion. Yeah, maybe. I I mean, there's a lot of smaller clubs that have got really bad stadiums, but I think if you're talking about the elite teams, then maybe so. Is that because of the distance to the pitch and stuff like that? The atmosphere. I don't know what's your reason for thinking it's the worst. So realistically, we just want to guaranteed finish second now because we get the best route into the promotion. It didn't work for us the first season. We lost at home in the playoff final. But if we finish second, I think we get home for both ties that we play. Although I'm looking at the team that's going to finish fifth at the moment. If it's Worksop, I will be worried. Well, to be fair, Worksop and Gainsborough are two teams that we struggled against. I think if I had to play anybody, I'd rather play Matlock out of them three teams that are vying for that last place. So 2 home games left in this run in now. Just 1 away game left to play. Hopefully we can go into the playoffs in good form this season. Last season we sort of like scraped in by the skin of our teeth. So it probably wasn't the worst thing in the world when we got beat in the playoff final. So I think I just saw that Hall is back fit again. We'll move into senior squad and see whether he is. Where are you? Where is he? I've just moved him in and he's not there. Squad. Yeah, so he should be showing, but for some reason he isn't. So I'm gonna put him back in for a couple of games. Barrett has been conceding goals. They're both going to have to fight out for that slot. The one thing that Hall has going against him is he's nearly a foot shorter than Barrett. Okay, so I think we'll leave the team as it was for the last game and make the changes from there. Wait for the pointless highlight to finish. There we go. Let's see how this goes. It's good to see Hall back in the team. To be honest, I do think Nat would probably end up sticking with Barrett ahead of him just purely because of the height and aerial reach that he has. As Campbell has broken through. Pulls the ball back to Hurst, who's put it just over the bar. Nicely worked move, though. I can't believe we lost Porter, though. Porter was a key player. It is a hazard of being in these leagues where players are on non-contracts. Shenton plays the ball to Big Tell. Big Tell gets tackled, but Heath gets the ball. Shenton's headed it back in. We need to get the ball down, get it under control. Play like we're supposed to. Good ball for Walker. I think this is going to be 1-0. No, great save by Hall. And to be honest, that 3 minutes in, that was a pretty seriously good attack for that Walker. I've got a feeling last time we played these, we stopped him by going out of possession, drop off more. And what else did we do? I think that might have just been it, drop off more, because we already got a low line of defence. We don't want to go super low, surely. So let's just leave it at that. We'll make that little alteration. Try not to give Walker that clear run through like he just got already. So drop it off. Ball worked really well, didn't it? Within 5 minutes, they've worked out a new way of scoring. And we're 1-0 down. So a corner for Shenton. Oh, look at that. Come on. That's one thing with this match engine that I've noticed, is that when you get rebounds like that, there's only one team, and it's whoever's going to get the ball, whether it's the defenders or attackers, that is moving for the ball. All the other players just stand around. So it's a little bit unrealistic. As Tell plays a good ball. Hurst pulls it back to Shenton. The shot is charged down. Becca Rakiri with a shot from distance. So we're creating chances now at least, but we are chasing the game. So Hepburn bringing the ball forward, passing it around nicely. Go over the halfway line to here. A long ball forward to here, running down, and nobody closes him down, and that is as easy as you like. What are we doing? Not a great start to this game. I was hoping to give my big players a rest in the second half again, but looks like we're going to be chasing this game. So into the second half, we've had a bit of a telling off. Let's hope that we can get something out of them now. That was a bad miss by them. They should have scored there. Going to try hit early crosses, get it in the air. All the usual stuff that we try if the initial tactic is not working. But we are not in the game at the moment. Haywood makes an interception, gives it to Heath. Shenton gives it to Heath again. Good ball for Campbell. Will he square it? He does, and Big Tell is there for another goal. Not been very in the game, has he? But he's managed to get a goal anyway, when we needed it most. We'll do with another one now. Good work by Campbell. Big Tell with the finish. He seems pretty good with his feet for such a big guy. I just realised how long into the game we are. We haven't made a change. Will they kill the game off now? Yes, they will. I mean, Hall hasn't covered himself in glory today, so I don't know how keen I will be to keep him playing in the team. Four changes for the last 10 minutes of the game. Looking more like they will get another. Yes, they have. This has been terrible, hasn't it? Probably the worst performance I've seen from us all season. Not watching it again. I just don't understand what was going on with our defence there. I mean, Big Tell's got a goal and he's got a 6.8, so you can tell he's not had a great game. Onyeka arriving at the far post. Absolute superb movement, but fortunately not getting the header on target. I think we'll be glad when this game's ended. Big Tell. Ball comes back to Shenton. Onyeka swings in the cross. Big Tell's waiting for his second of the game. Sensational. Shame the rest of the team hasn't turned up. It's amazing how often they leave him unmarked. It's ridiculous, really. So, disappointing result. Where's it going to leave us in the league? That's the question. Attackers, Big Tell. You really made a difference today, because in fairness to him, he was, he's done his job. He's got a couple of goals. So Bradford Park Avenue have already drawn level with us. Absolutely crazy. How we've been winning and winning and winning and winning and never pulling away from teams. So I want to have a quick look actually at Big Tell. How is he doing in terms of his goal output? So he's 27 goals for the season, 23 in the league. So I'm pretty sure he's now got the record for the most goals in a season for a Leek Town player. Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure that he has. And he has finished really strong in this season. So we are going to ring the changes for this game because if we can't beat Dunstan, then I'm quitting. Looking to see if any of these youngsters, Preston actually can come on for Haywood. We'll have, get it on combined. Always have it on combined before you adjust them. So Heath can go in the middle, and you know what? I think Onyeka can play again, but play on the left. So we've got Hurst and Onyeka with Heath in the middle. Butler can come on for... Yeah, so Butler can come on in that position. Akarakiri can be the advanced playmaker. Clark Anderson for Leach. Brooms can come off, and Duerden can have a rest as well. We've got an amazingly strong bench there. Leach can hang around again. He's had, you know, he scored a goal. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. Leek. I didn't think he'd scored. I was like, what's going on there? So he's had 3 appearances and 2 from the bench for the youngster coming through. He's not got great technicals, but everything else actually looks pretty good. And at this level, you can get away with your technicals not being as good. If if you're physical, if you're strong, if you're fast, it can make a big difference in this division. Because in terms of technicals, most people are as bad as each other in this league. So we're aiming for 30 goals for Big Tell. If he can get a 30-goal season at 17 going on 18, but I would say that he has got a big future ahead of him. Good header from Davis. Gets it to Heath. Heath and Hurst combine. And Heath is now running onto the wing. Gives it to Clark Anderson. Gives it back to Heath. Who swings in the cross. Onyeka at the far post. Hits the crossbar. That was close. Good save from the keeper from a shot from distance from Preston. Not from Preston, the place, because that would be a long way. So Barrett collects the ball in what could have been a dangerous situation. Can we now head forward with the ball? Hurst runs down the wing. He's got 3 players moving into the box. Swings in the cross. Onyeka is the target again, and Onyeka has scored. He is really good with his head. I mean, he looks like a right midget next to the big guy, but he seems to work well on using his head for goals. Nice assist from Hurst. Again, going to the far post. Everybody's worried about Big Tell. And so Akarakiri with the cross. Big Tell has won the header, and there's 28 for the season for Big Tell. And we're 2-0 up and cruising. So Clark Anderson takes a throw in. Gives it to Ekarakiri. The cross goes to the far post. Tyrese Onyeka yet again with another header. That's 3-0. We have got these crosses into the far post absolutely nailed down, haven't we? Look at him, he's way short of it. All three of those guys who he jumped with, and he beat them all. So Duerden plays it out to Clark Anderson. Hurst gives it to Clark Anderson. Clark Anderson finds Ekarakiri. A low ball across. Heath should have scored. Not sure how he didn't, to be honest. Surely you'd have thought he'd have wanted a piece of the action with all these players scoring around him. So I think we're going to bring on the young lad. At 3-0, it'd be a travesty not to give him a game. We haven't got the vice captain here, so got to do a bit of shunting around. So Leek can come on as the attacking midfielder. Heath and Onyeka can swap places. And maybe on the hour mark, we'll take Big Tell off and bring on Campbell. Let's give Ekarakiri a rest and put Shenton on. With the playoffs and the cup final all got to be worked around, we've got to make sure that we've got good rotation in these coming games, but still maintain good form, because that is the biggest issue with this. Is that you want to be going into the playoffs in good form. As Leek tries to make a cross. Onyeka collects a ball. Plays it back to Clark Anderson, who goes to Duerden. Back to Clark Anderson. Shenton, Clark Anderson, Onyeka. Some nice easy passing going here. Then a long ball forward, which sort of spoiled the whole thing, really. Riggs given an easy shot, but so far a clean sheet for Barrett. Hashtag number one person was telling hashtag number one person they weren't good enough. I don't know what that was all about, but I've noticed that on the commentary reel quite regular. As Leek finds Big Tell. Onyeka finds Leek, who sort of stands on the ball, really, but Big Tell. Leek. What's he going to do with it? He swings, chips the ball up. Big Tell's made the movement for it, and it's been tipped over the bar. Or has it just gone straight over? I thought the keeper got a tip on that, but obviously not. So time for a couple more changes. Campbell coming on for Big Tell. Probably not really a target man, so we'll put him as a deep line forward. Brooms can come on for Duerden. And Leach can come on for Clark Anderson. That is the 5 changes. If we get an injury now, we're screwed. Into the 75th minute. Quite happy for the game just to trickle on by now. I'd really like young Leek to get a goal. But the game time is probably just as important for him at the moment. So I thought that was a clean sheet about to go, but Griggs just put the ball wide, which was good. Pleased for Barrett that he's got a clean sheet there. Maybe resting him for that game, just to give him a bit of time thinking about how he plays his game, has made the difference, because that was a comfortable victory against a team that we should be beating, in fairness. But we're now getting close to the important games. I've got to take a 5-minute break just to go to the toilet and stuff. So we'll be back in 5 minutes and ready to move on with our next game against Ashton United, who, to be fair, are normally a team that I struggle against. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, back we are. And hopefully we've got difficult game after difficult game coming now. So if we look at the dates, we're obviously going to be playing the playoffs before we play the final game. So I'm just looking at this now. Kirsten Ashton have played their full quota of games. So they are not overtaking us. Simple as that. So we've got to do better than Bradford Park Avenue, and we are guaranteed a playoff place. But Gainsborough Trinity are who we're up against if we do that. Kirsten Ashton are the team that we would play. And do you know what? I think out of the two, I do struggle against Kirsten Ashton as well, to be honest, but I think I would probably struggle less against them than Gainsborough. Gainsborough seem to, if I remember correctly, have my number. So we've lost to Gainsborough 2-1 earlier on in the season. Let's go from the top and see where we. So there's Curzon Ashton. We lost 1-0 to them. There's Gainsborough. Oh, we beat them 4-1 actually. So we did win them once. Curzon Ashton. The second time we won 3-2 in what was obviously a fairly close game. I'm struggling to remember it now. And then we lost to Gainsborough Trinity. So what is their form is pretty good at the moment, isn't it? So they've sort of like come strong into the playoffs. I don't know which is better, to be honest. The one thing I could say is I know for a fact we are going to be at home in the first game, but it's not guaranteed for the second game. We've got a team who we do really struggle to play against as well. So I think we are okay to play a full strength team. So we can sort of go with what I think is my best team when we do this now. Yep, see you later. My camera has been moved. Oh. Don't want to see me bookshelf, do we? I think it's actually my monitor that moved, not my camera. So. Right, so let's quick pick. So this is my assistant managers. I mean, you got a guy who scored 28 goals this season. Admittedly, I'd like to see more assists from the target man, but so Haywood's back in. So I think we could rest Heath for this game. Just looking at the morale of these guys to see who's. There's nobody unhappy out of them. So it seems to agree with me that Barrett is the better one. One thing it always does is put Brooms in the wrong place. Of the two, he should be the left-sided. He's not left-footed, but he's better with his left foot than Duerden. So, well, Hunter has got in the team. How interesting. I'm not for it, though. I would rather have Butler in there. So, what's Butler's creativity? Do you know what? I'm going to give him a go as the advanced playmaker. He's probably better as a just normal playmaker, but we'll see how he gets on anyway. In fact, we'll probably have Butler as the watch, the player that we watch for the game, just to see how he performs as the playmaker. So this is the last of the meaningless games, really. So which one's Butler? There we go. So we'll keep an eye on how Butler does through this game. There seems a distinct lack of highlights as we press into the first 15-20 minutes of the game. Drop it back to positive. Try and instigate a little bit more control over our passing. And drop to balanced because nothing's happening. Are we going to do anything in this game? This could be the fastest game ever. Duerden makes a good header. Hurst will make that. And look at the big man, Big Tell, busting a gut to get forward. We've got control of the ball now. Butler gives it to Big Tell. Plays a lovely ball to Onyeka, and Onyeka slots it home. Big Tell with the assist. Just said that I wanted him to assist more, and he's actually gone and done it today. A lovely weighted pass. Butler played the ball forward. Good, nice composed control, and Onyeka was able to walk in. No question of offside. 1-0. And I just hope that we can keep this form going right the way through to that cup final. Seems a lot to ask. If we lose in the playoffs, we will have some very disappointed players when it comes to the cup final. We can definitely do a bit better, but just try and encourage the guys to keep going. Get the pointless highlight out of the way, and then we'll start to commentate on what is a very riveting game. Hurst has not had a good game so far. He needs to improve. A free kick, Navarro to take. It's a well-crossed one, but Hurst does well to get it away. Shenton will pick up the ball. Plays a ball to Onyeka, finds Big Tell. He's got two players on the far side. He's cut inside himself. He's going alone. Big Tell forces the save and wins the corner. That was good skill from the big guy. So we're an hour in, so we're going to make some changes. Heath on for Akarakiri. Campbell on for Hurst. Davis come on for Duerden. Somehow I didn't notice that we had a keeper on the bench. I'm going to put Hunter on for Shelton. So Big Tell taking the corner. That is not what we want. What's going on there? I mean, we've got to score the goal, and he's got his second assist of the game. He needs 2 goals, though, not 2 assists. Then he'll be on to 30 goals for the season. He seems to have lovely weight on his passes and his crosses and stuff. So Onyeka, Leach swings the ball across. Hunter now picks up the ball, gives it to Butler. Butler to Heath, plays it out to Leach, gives it back to Butler. Swung in, far post. Onyeka was lurking, was it? I think it was Onyeka. Might not have been, it might have been Campbell actually. Yeah, Campbell was lurking at the back post. Irrelevant now. Don't know why I'm persistent on finding out who the player was. Didn't really need to. Leach, Onyeka, out to Brooms, he plays it to Hayward. Hayward to Hunter to Campbell. Heath goes round his man, plays a low ball. Big Tell He just needed to tap it in, but somehow somebody got a blocking. We'll give credit to the player who made the tackle. Hunter. The ball is crossed in. Ashton United are bringing out the ball with Valentine. Leach to Richards to England to Doherty. They're in no rush, which I'm happy with. Navarro. We've let him get an easy shot, but Barrett was equal to it. But I'm a little bit disappointed with the fact that I suppose technically we're allowing them inside, but we're not closing them down like I would have liked. So an instruction change that I might change just to see how we do with it. Trap him on the outside. And that's seen us to the end of the game. We've gone and won that quite well. And again, it just worries me. Everything is going too well. I mean, Big Tell had a good game there. Even though he didn't score, he made both of the goals. So he will again have done himself. So Gainsborough Trinity are probably the team that we're playing. I mean, he didn't score himself, but he did really create the goals that we scored. So different type of praise for him. But we said he needed to add assists to his game as well, and he goes and gets 2 in one game. A brief update from the board. So the board feel I'm doing an unbelievable job, and I'm clearly the right manager for the job. The board are pleased with that the team have reached the playoffs in the Northern Premier. We are very much looking forward to Leek Town's participation in the final. That is, of course, meaning the FA Trophy. And wish you and the squad the best of. Isn't that nice that they're giving us that at this time? It's nice to be appreciated by your board. That is something that we all like, I'm sure. So Warrington Town have sacked their manager. They've got one of our players on loan as well. Better still use him. So as you can see, it is Gainsborough that we were playing. I was correct. We will be at home for both of our final, semi-final, and assuming we get to the final, we'll be at home for that as well. And then we're off to Wembley or wherever the FA Trophy is played. It may not be Wembley. In fact, can we Google it? Where is FA Trophy final played? Oh, is it Wembley? We're going to Wembley. We're the famous Leek Town, and we're going to Wembley. Wembley. Right. So, just want to Make sure that my stream's live on me thing so that I can make sure that we are in sync. Everything seems to be working. So now we're into the nitty-gritty games, and it could be a very short disappointment for us if we lose to Gainsborough. Gainsborough Trinity. Or it could be quite a nervous affair, full stop. So the biggest is... Sorry about that, as I choke on nothing. Biggest decisions to make here are who we play where. So I am going to play Akarakiri and Shenton as the midfielders. Heath can come on and be the attacker. Dallymore can come off for... So we've got Smith or Leek. Yeah, so he can come off for Leek. Do we have a goalkeeper on the bench or not? It is such an important game that if we were to get a keeper's injury... So I'm going to take Hunter off and put Hall on the bench. Just in case. This is 3 games now where we do not want to lose because the keeper got injured. It's happened to me twice this season already, so we don't want it to happen again. Let's get rid of the under-18s. Make sure we're not missing anyone. We've actually got a very small squad now, just 2 players out of the substitutes. But we're all fit. That's the important bit. And so here we go, guys. This is your time to shine. This is the 3rd time in 3 years we've played in the semi-finals of the playoffs, and we've won every single time so far. Let's make it 3 in a row. Words of inspiration there for the team as we head into what is the first of 2 very important games for us. We are going to make the games longer by going on to extended. I want to keep a close eye on how the game's going and how the opposition are shaped up against us. Just having a look to see who is the players who are likely to cause us an issue. Mulhern is a bit of an issue for us. Not convinced he's a player that caused us the trouble last time. But he looks like he is a physical player. So I'm going to, on that basis, I'm going to make 1 slight adjustment. Well, technically 2. We're going to put ourselves up as high up the pitch as we can. Try and keep Mulhern away from the goal. That is basically the plan, and let's hope that it works. So early doors, even on extended highlights, we're not seeing any highlights. So it's obviously a cagey affair. It's Brooms now. Gives it to Doerden, who goes back to Brooms. A long ball forward, which Hurst has got on to the end of. Gone for goal himself. Probably should have thread through Big Tell, who was in a great position. Still needs his 2 goals to hit 30 for the season. And the games are running out now. So Akarakiri taking the corner. Swings it in. Heath wins the header. I think the keeper forced it over. It might have just hit the bar, actually. So at least we've had a couple of chances now. Hopefully that will calm the nerves. We're coming into 20 minutes in. I'm going to encourage them. We've got the home crowd and there's a big crowd as well behind us. Maybe they're feeling a bit of the pressure. The long ball forward. Duerden wins it well. Onyeka. Big Tell. Heath. Big Tell again. Still going, Big Tell. He gives it to Heath. Oh. Good save by the keeper. So Mulhern, been kept well away from the goal so far. But now they're beginning to pile forward. They've got a lot of players in good positions here. And Preston is running rings around us. And wow, that was close. Come on, guys. Get a grip. I have a seriously bad feeling about this, the way this final's going, semi-final's going so far. Onyeka. Big Tell has lost out. And they're piling forward again. Look at this. Buttroyd. Oh, the keeper makes a save, but... What do we do? I seriously don't know what we do. Drop it to standard and mid-block. And press much more often. Their movement from midfield is frightening. Absolutely frightening. So deep line playmaker. And a box to box. I think that's all we could do really, is drop them back. Try and be less expansive with all of our players going forward. So demand more. And as soon as we do it, they get a highlight. Duerden. Head it out. They've got to shoot from distance. It's hit the crossbar. The keeper must have saved it. Paul would have got nowhere near that because he's so short. Oh, what a save. I mean, the keeper's had a fantastic game so far. I think the ratings for the keeper are a bit harsh in that first half. 6.8. I thought he had a super first half, considering. I am far from pleased with what I just saw. You have the ability to make the difference. Try and demand a little bit more of all the players. This is a big game and we don't want to be losing at home in the semi-final, having dominated so much of the season except for one team. Oh, come on. We need a goal. I am on absolute tender hooks here. Nervous. I've just got this feeling we're going to blow it in the semi-final. In the season where we've been the strongest. They've got a free kick in a dangerous area. Dropping down to balanced. Tell you what, both games are very nervy. Grooms plays it to Akarakiri. Long ball towards Hurst. He loses out. Preston will turn the ball around. And now we're in trouble. Staines, loads of space to run into. Nobody is going to bait the damn tackle, and you've let him score. What a bunch of clowns. Why? Nobody closes them down. I do not know what I've got to do to make them close down on these tactics. We're looking at number 4. Where the hell is he going? The ball is over here. The only one who made a run across is the right back. Shout, berate. Balanced, very attacking. We have just blown this. Absolutely blown this. Big Tell picks up the ball. We're going to have a 4th season in the same league. Shenton plays it for Haywood, but he's just giving him a hospital pass. Oh, the stress of this game. Right, and now it won't let me pause. So I'm going to have to make substitutes with the game playing on behind me. Hurst and Shenton. Whoa. They're both coming off. Get off my pitch, you little gits. Right, Campbell for Hurst. Butler for Shenton. Absolute disgrace, the pair of you. Who's nervous? Leach is nervous. They could well score while I'm making these decisions. Leek for Onyeka. 3 subs. Subs not made out of necessity, made out of anger because of how bad they're doing. Leek, what's he going to do with it? Plays a good through ball to Heath. Heath has his shot blocked. Leek again. Gives it to Leach. Haywood. Puts the ball in, but there's nobody there. Leek. Leach. Gives it to Leek. Akarakiri. Leach. Leek. Goes for goal. What is the point? So, more direct. Higher pace. Build-up strategy. Bypass press. Balanced. Hit early crosses. Oh, and floated. In other words, just completely change your tactic. Because this... Look at that, we're in 85 minutes. How has that happened? In game, it just took me about 15 minutes to make those subs because the game won't pause. We have lost. I can't believe this. Campbell heads it on, but there's nobody there. Oh, well done, Campbell. Well done. Heath. Akarakiri shoots when we need to be getting a simple goal. Oh, I don't believe it. We've got another season in the league. Absolute disaster. I was convinced that this was the season we were going up. So I predicted it. If we played Gainsborough, we would lose, and we did. Cannot believe it. Literally can't believe it. So the board are trying to pick my morale up, but it's gone, to be honest. I am fuming with the fact that we've not gone up again. The playoff 3 seasons in a row. I just can't believe that we've blown that. Really can't. We have an FA trophy to look forward to, but I have to say that I would have happily lost 20-0 in this cup final just to get promoted. Um, which do we go with? Fluid or more direct? I've got to go with fluid. This is for the final, this tactic. I think that's the tactic I want. And out of possession, I want the same. Question is, Onyeka or Campbell? He's got 9 pace, 9 dribbling, and 6 finishing. Onyeka has got, where are you, Onyeka? You're currently in centre back. He's got 13 pace, so he's much faster. And he's got a little bit better finishing. And he has scored more goals, I think, this season. So we look at the goals that we've scored. 28 from Big Tell. He's not going to get the 30 for the season now, unfortunately. But let's put a quick pick on just for now. So Hall will be the one on the bench. I don't know why you're putting him on. Yep. So we've got Duerden playing as a central centre back. Brooms and Davis supporting him. And Leach. I'm not sure on Shenton ahead of Akarakiri's gone up. I mean, not being funny, but that would be that. First for Onyeka. Unless there's any injuries happen, that is my final team. We're going to have to play a more defensive formation. I cannot believe we blew that game against Gainsborough. I really can't. You just knew when our form was so good going into these final games. So youth candidates. I mean, for me, we don't keep any of them. They all look crap. But he wants to sign 7 of them. I'll let you sign them if that's what you want to do. This will either be managerial genius or we'll regret it and get an absolute tonking. We're going away from what we've played all season. I think it's 3 of our best players are our centre backs, all 3 of them. So to have them all in the same team today is something at least. We will hold a team meeting. These expectations is probably what we want to do. To some people, a cup final is a big match. To us, it shouldn't be anything other than business as usual. You should be incredibly proud of reaching the final. Nobody expects anything of us now. And while it'd be great to win it, just make sure you do yourselves justice. Sort of got that. They're content. Better than the usual annoyed that I get. Oh, it won't let me set up a release, so we'll ignore that. I am so deflated with that result. So we are playing a defensive game here. Let's hope that we can. Let's hope that we can do something. It's generally going to be very hard to go again, having failed to get promotion for the third season running in the playoffs. Need to forget about that now and concentrate on the final. So, first time we've been able to visit Wembley Stadium. It's not a full stadium. You wouldn't expect it to be for an FA trophy. But it's surely going to bring us a little bit of income or whatever. Be interested to see what it is. As we very nearly go behind in the 4th minute of the game. No pressure. We'll just remind them that there's no pressure in the game. Oh, I paused it. The pause actually worked. Amazing. So early signs are that we are going to be up against backs to the wall for this game. I mean, they're passing it around nicely and got me nervous. Come on, boys. This is Wembley Stadium. You can do this. So, I just want to check on one instruction that we may not have. That's it, yes. Trap inside. There's a lot of players in the inside of our pitch, so that's where we want these players going. This being the biggest match that we've had, we're going on comprehensive. Good foul, Leech. Well done. It's about all we've had to cheer on so far. Let's get the big man highlighted so we can see what sort of game he's having. I swear Big Tell is playing in the wrong position here. Oh no, he's not. There you go. That's, for some reason he was in the wrong position when we were out of possession. Haywood has done well to nick the ball, and now charge forward with it, Haywood. Go on, Big Tell's there. Big Tell's there. Put the ball in. Go on, put the ball in. He's waiting. He's waiting. Oh. Shoot. Oh, he's hit the ball. Now get back. Come on, everybody back. Force him back inside. Don't let him cross it. Don't let him cross it. Yes, well done. Davis plays the ball to Butler. Long ball out to Leech. Leech on the wing now. Does well. Teller's pulled short for him, which he should be in the box with a cross really, but hey ho, he's trying to link the play. Just technically what his role is supposed to do. We're hanging on to the ball well here. Now Leech gets the foul. A little bit soft. Technically stopped him from crossing the ball. So we'll take the foul. We don't get to see it. We're on comprehensive highlights and we don't get to see the free kicks. I mean, what's going on? We're on comprehensive highlights and there's no highlights. Big Tell chases onto the ball. He skinned his man and got fouled. Come on, ref, that's got to be a yellow. No, that's got to be a yellow. Don't let him get away with it. Referee. Right, we're going full match because it is not showing us anything. We want to watch the match. This is our first time at Wembley, and the blooming non-highlights is ruining it. Well done there, Big Tell. Davis lumps the ball forward. Now they bring it forward with Pritchard. Edwards. Back to Pritchard. A long ball out to the wing. We're trying to stop them from getting on the wing, and they're still managing to do it. But once again, they're out on the wing. We've been supposed to stop them from doing that. Barrett takes control of the corner. Hold on to it, my lad. Let them go away. Nicely played out. Thought it'd have been a little bit more direct than this with the fluid counter-attack. Towards Big Tell, but it wasn't accurate enough. Now, Ekarakiri. Leach has Big Tell coming short to him. He's going to the far post to Leach, Heath, who heads it over. Great cross. I mean, we've been in the game, haven't we? That is something that has to be said. Again, this is a team 2 divisions above us. We're trying to get over the disappointment of the loss in the playoffs. Well, Heath won the header, but headed it straight out of play. So now we're defending from a throw-in from a similar position. Edwards has let it go out, you clown. Heath wins the header. Big Tell is charging through. Big Tell. Oh. Bit of a tame effort in the end from Big Tell. Unlucky Terry. Shenton with a good interception. Forgot what the word was then. Hayward gives it to Heath, who plays it nicely to Davis. I mean, we're making good use of this space on this pitch. A long ball forward now. Well dealt with from their defenders. Thompson with a long ball forward. The centre-backs win it, but the header falls to their player. Butler does well. Oh, no. Yes! How is that a foul? If he books him for that, I will be fuming. You can't tell me he was lenient. That was a perfectly good tackle. And Barrett comes and claims. That is one thing that he's doing that Hall wouldn't have been doing. Taking authority in that area. Rochdale beginning to take control of the game at the moment. Well done from Brooms. Headed it back to Barrett. Not sure how much Barrett was expecting it, but he did take control of it in the end. I mean, this is absolutely on a knife edge, isn't it? Butler gives it to Tell. Nice little skill from Tell. Played the ball forward to Heath, but they've got the ball now. Akarakiri's got quite a bit of space. And he's turned inside his man, but the defender made the run, not the attacker. Oh, come on, boys. Give him a quick encourage. See if we can get something before half-time. Davis, long ball forward. Heath is lurking. Akarakiri gives it to Big Tell, gives it to Heath. Akarakiri so nearly broke through. Good defending in the end. We need to be getting down them flanks a little bit more though. That is where all the space is with them. That is my observation of what's going on here. Right on half time, they've gone and broken the deadlock. A much wider attacking width. Why does it do that? It only lets you change one thing when you click on it like that. Team instructions. It's in possession we want, isn't it? Progress through the middle, both flanks. Hit early crosses. Supporting runs, both flanks. Balance, both flanks. That's what we want. Confirm changes. Well, to be fair, the defender actually, did his best to be in the way of him. But once they'd got into the box, they were queuing up to score. Here's Haywood. These wing backs now are key to the way this game is either going to disappear from us or we're going to get back into this game. Heath, will he keep it in? No, he won't. He gave up. I think he could have got there. But it's looking like disappointment both ends of this. To put the ball on the flanks again, but he obviously wasn't going to keep it in, so he sent it out for a goal kick instead of a throw-in. I think we'd have been worse off with a throw-in, because now we're guaranteed a little pass out. With a throw-in, they could have marked every person as Big Tail heads the ball to nobody. I hope the players are enjoying their experience out on the Wembley pitch. It's going the way we all expected it to go. Address the team. Go and play without pressure. Start second half. Straight into the second half, and I thought they were going to score straight away. Like I say, we just don't want them to feel any pressure at all, and while it's only one goal, anything can happen. But if it goes 2-0 down, then we've done our best. But what more can we ask of the players? There's 2 divisions above us of teams that should be getting to this final ahead of us. So we've done remarkable to get to this final. Annoyingly, we've had less runs down the wing since we said that we wanted these supporting runs to run down the wing. Well done, Butler. Shenton. Haywood. Heath. There goes the run. Finally, we get to see one. Grooms. Sends the ball long, but it's out of play. So we're going to go to Shall I just do that, actually? Dynamic highlights. Let the computer decide how many highlights it wants to show. Butler. Gives it to Akirakiri. Leach. Will he swing in the ball? Heath is waiting. Heath rises and heads it over. You absolute muppet. Right. Before I move on, let's put it on command. So Akirakiri is going to get forward more now. And Campbell is coming on. It's a bit early in the half, to be honest, but I just feel I need to change something. So Big Tell is now playing as the centre forward rather than the target man, which will be interesting, but hopefully he can find us a goal. Leach brings the ball down the wing. Keeps going. It's a poor cross. But check if we've got floated crosses on, because that's what we want. Well in Akirakiri. Quickly while it's there, let's have a look. Crossing style. Floated. Well, quick. We're going to miss a goal. Big Tell tries to get the cross in, wins a corner. Haywood with the corner. Keeper takes control. Why it wasn't headed towards Big Tell, I do not know. Davis, superb interception there. Leach. Go on, Big Tell, get in there. Go on, Big Tell. Oh. Campbell's won it back. Gone for goal himself. Oof. I mean, that would have been a spectacular way to introduce yourself at the Wembley Stadium, wouldn't it? Oh, well done, Leach. Come on, bring it out, Leach. Why didn't you pass it, Leach? Oh, Leach, you're going to get a card. A red? You are joking! What is it? Is he off or not? Saying he's got a yellow on there, but that said red. Trying to do to me, ref. We hardly have any players sent off. That would have done mine up. So Onyeka is coming on for the sent off, the red carded, yellow card guy. We're not risking losing him. And I think Preston on the other side, because Haywood has been a bit quiet second though. And then we'll shout, demand more. So Butler, Campbell. Nasty foul. Yellow card for Humbles. Oh, tell you what, it's nearly give me a heart attack, that fucking red card. I thought that was game over. Edwards charging the ball through. Akarakiri has tripped him up. This ref's getting very dramatic now with his calling players across. He's booked him as well. What a soft yellow card that was. He's taking the free kick. It was pretty close, if I'm honest, but we're going for it now. Very attacking. Oh, what are you doing with that pass, man? Butler, there's another yellow card. We are racking up the cards now. Nicely worked free kick in fairness, but so we're going more direct. Is there any substitutions that we can make that will save us? Don't think there is there? Time is running out. Been a brave effort from the guys. Closing down. Get it out. Get it out. This is getting desperate, isn't it? Onyeka wins the ball. Goes back to Doolittle. Plays it out to Preston. Preston brings the ball forward. I mean, you can launch it in the box for me from there. Oh, that's a nasty tackle. I could be wasting time, you clowns. Onyeka brings the ball forward, plays a nice ball. Was Heath onside? The answer is yes, we have a corner. Swung in by Echo. Davis was at the far post. Campbell will now collect. Put it back in. Put it back in. Big Tell's there. Oh, wasn't going anywhere near Big Tell. Preston crosses the ball. Keeper easily claims. Come on, boys. One moment of magic. You can do this. Let's encourage them. Another yellow card. So, in possession, we are moving forward. This will kill us off if they score now. Keeper's got it. Come on, keeper. Don't hang about with it now. Come on, bring it out. Hello? Six minutes of injury time. Just that little bit of hope. But we need the ball. Come on, boys. Win the ball. Just can't get the ball off him. Oh, well done. Akarakiri's got the ball. Everybody charge forward. Heath goes to Onyeka. Gives it to Heath. Come on, guys. We are short on time here. Oh, Beth, you give a foul for everything. They're just playing it about. So, Big Town. Puts the ball in for Heath. Oh, that was the chance. And he's headed it over. What a clown. Absolutely put on a plate for him. And he headed it over. Time wasting. Come on, ref. Oh, what is that? Come on, a little bit of composure. Come on, get it forward. We've got one more chance. You need to go forward, guys. We're on direct. Just putting that out. That's brilliant. Come on, ball to Big Cell. Come on. Oh, Butler, what have you done? Why did you do that? That's it. Time's up. I mean, amazing effort. All we can say is that we did our best. Wasn't to be, but they gave it a real valiant effort. And once again, it's become a difficult end to the season. I mean, Rochdale were expected to win it, so, you know, they can have their moment. We weren't expected to be there. 3 seasons of overachieving and not one promotion. It is unbelievable. I mean, we've got a lot of thinking to do with this save now on next season. There's a lot of good players who could well be in their final game for us. Depends on how much we're given budget-wise to try and improve ourselves. I mean, to be fair to them, they dominated the match. The momentum was always in their favour. Maybe on a different day, if we'd have used the normal tactics, we might have got something out of that game. But to be honest, I think we needed to try them tactics out just to see how we could get it to work. So, very disappointing way to finish. We've gone from potential promotion and cup final and left empty-handed in both. Difficult to take, but we're going to have to dust ourselves off for next season. I mean, to be fair, Big Tel, look at that. We've got 314 in our finances, so we're definitely going to be asking for a bigger wage budget. In fact, let's see what they give us first. So let's just put him at ease. Where's so I'll say that we're going to discuss the contract, but it's going to be something that we have to do when we've been given our budget because we haven't been given that yet. So it's been a disappointing finish to the season, and it's a season where we've really been playing really well. So again, we'll kick off the here we go. Board set initial budgets for next season. So what have they give us? They've not give us a lot at all. Make a board request, increase the wage budget. Club vision and expectations meeting. So what do they want? Reach the playoffs. Accept current vision. Squad dynamics is very good. An end of season meeting. Discuss the plans for next season. We're aiming for the playoffs next season. That's exactly the sort of reaction. And I've nothing else to talk about at the moment. For each season to start, we want the full 5 weeks, even though we probably should have gone shorter because of how late we've been finishing. They're going to be back before they even know it. Just wanted to see whether we got a bigger wage budget or whether we're going to have to dump all of our transfer budget into wages. So we're about to find out, and then this will be the end of the stream, I reckon. "19 assists. Big Tail breaks the record. So 23 was the record for the previously held by Connor Heath. Big Tail got 28 goals, and he's only 18. So he's going to keep, hopefully, getting better every season. We need to be sort of like working on the contracts. So, but I'll do that behind the scenes. We are going to lay this particular save to one side, I think, for the next few days, just because we've got a second save, a journeyman save, which, because of how this one's been running to the wire, we've wanted to keep this one going. And to be honest, it's been really exciting season. But we've got challenges in our other game as well, and so I think I will try and bring that one back for the next stream, which may be later today. I haven't sort of like worked out whether I've got the energy and the time for another stream, but I'll probably do one later today, and that will be the journeyman save, I would imagine. Behind the scenes, I'm gonna look at this. They've rejected it again. So let's see how much we can go to there. Recruitment budget. So we've got 50 grand in the wage budget in the thing. So that would give us just over 1,000. So that's what we'll do. Priority first is trying to get all the good players that we want to keep on a contract where they can't be poached. We cannot afford to lose players like we did. We lost Porter at a key moment last season with 5 or 6 games to go. Losing him was a bit of a disaster. I tell you what, we don't need to see that anymore.
Yeah, losing Porter at that time was quite difficult. He was vice captain. He was an important, integral part of the midfield. Had been for 3 or 4 seasons. Take it away, nothing for him, and we had no way of replacing him. We still couldn't afford to sign anybody, even with him going. So we definitely got to try and work out a way in which we can get all of these players onto full-time, well, part-time contracts rather than non-contracts, and then we can possibly make ourselves a successful team. The game has just crashed, which is a good way to finish the stream. I don't even know whether you can still hear me or not, because normally it does keep going, actually, in fairness, when the game crashes. Hopefully I haven't got too much to redo. I think we've just got to renegotiate the budget and stuff like that. I'm sure we've moved forward a day from the end of the cup final, so I won't have to play that again. Oh, I don't think my heart could take doing that. So let's evaluate the season very quickly. We can't show you in figures because the game's crashed, and I don't see the point in loading it up just for that. We had a fantastic season where we only finished second because there was an awesome team in there who never really dropped points at any point in the season, and we just couldn't keep pace with them. We were the second best team in the league by a mile, an absolute mile, and yet somehow we fell just short once again in the playoffs. Then we over exceeded our expectations in the FA Trophy. Have put a good wedge of money into our account by doing so. So we've secured ourselves for quite some time now, and I think that next season is the season where we must get promoted. Season 4 and still in Tier 7. I can't believe it. I honestly can't. I feel like Lelujo here. I've literally watched and laughed my head off at Lelujo not getting promoted with Bedford or whoever it was, season after season after season. And then here I am with exactly the same problem. And the stupid thing is, we've created a team capable of it. We've got a team that is really good for this division, and somehow we've just fallen short again. I don't think I don't think that the injuries to the goalkeeper helped. It's one of those things where we literally had to buy a keeper in because we had 2 goalkeepers and 2 months without either of them. So we had to buy a third one in who is technically, I think, going to be better than both. So I think he will be the first choice keeper next season. But it's a player that we didn't want. It's going to bring us problems in this next season that we don't want, because Hall is not going to be happy about going to backup from star player in one season. But it's going to happen, whether he likes it or not. There's a better keeper in the team now. And yeah, we'll just have to see where this season goes. When we've signed all the players that we can on to actual contracts, let's see how much money we've got. We'll try and improve a couple of the positions. Not sure where's best to be improved. Probably midfield, attacking midfield. The areas I'm thinking initially. But I'll go away. I'll have a think about it. I'll try and get immersed into the journeyman save again because it's been a while since I've touched it, so I've got to try and remind myself of where we're at. And then maybe we'll see you again later this afternoon or this evening. But for anybody who's tuned in during the course of the day, for the engagement with Liam in the chat, and anybody else who's popped into the stream, I say thank you very much. Anybody who watches it after the event, thank you very much. I'll see you again soon. I'm Stevie C, and off we go. Still in the park. Never going to make it to the Prem. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again. Bye.